Hey there, algebra students. Mr. Lawrence here, and we're going to get that practice with double distributing with rads that I promised you. Remember that when we double distribute, you have to distribute the 5 times the quantity, right? And then the rad 3 times the quantity. Maybe I'll do it underneath there so it doesn't get in each other's ways. Now, many of you need to rewrite this 2 times. You need to go 5 times the quantity of 4 minus rad 3, and then plus rad 3 times the quantity of 4 minus rad 3. Okay? Now, this is really pretty simple stuff. I'm just going to distribute, and I'm going to get 5 times 4, which is 20. I'm going to get 5 times negative rad 3. Well, that'll be just negative 5 rad 3. Yeah. And then here, I'm going to get 4 rad 3. Rad 3 times 4 is 4 rad 3. I'm going to write it underneath this time. The next one I'll do side by side because some of you prefer it side by side. And then I'm going to multiply rad 3 times rad 3 and get 3. And we're going to get just a negative 3 there. Oh, wait a minute. I should have put that negative 3 over here to be consistent, right? So I'm combining my like terms now. I get 17. Negative 5 rad 3s plus 4 rad 3s would be a negative 1 rad 3. Or even more simply, you could have just said this. Either one are the same thing. Yeah, you see how this is working? It's pretty simple. It's taking what we did yesterday and the day, with the like terms and the multiplication and putting them together. So let's try number 2. I'm going to rewrite it. I'm going to write 2 times the quantity of 5 plus 2 rad 2 and then minus 3 rad 2. Oops, better rewrite that 2 there. Minus 3 rad 2 times the quantity of 5 plus 2 rad 2. All right, so we're just going to double distribute. Now we're going to go 2 times 5 and 2 times 2 rad 2. Well, 2 times 5 is 10, and 2 times 2 rad 2 would be 4 rad 2s, right? Because this is like 2 times 2x. That would be 4x. It's 2 times 2 rad 2. All right, here I'm going to get negative 3 rad 2 times 5. Well, it'll be a negative 15 rad 2s. And then I'm going to do a negative 3 rad 2 times a 2 rad 2. Now that one gets a little complicated. It's not hard, but I'm going to kind of do it off to the side here. First of all, I'm going to do the negative 3 times the 2 and get a negative 6. Then I've got a rad 2 times a rad 2, which is a date. And I'm going to bring that 2 out front. Negative 6 times rad 2. That's going to be a negative 12. Now, I can't seem to get into highlighter mode with the smartboard problems I'm having, smart notebook problems I'm having. So what I'll do is I'll underline in different colors. So I've got a 10 here, right? And I have a negative 12 here. And over here I have a positive 4 rad 2 and a negative 15 rad 2. So I'm going to put them together. 10 minus 12 is negative 2. And then 4 rad 2s minus 15 rad 2s will be a negative 11 rad 2s. And there you go. We better do a couple more examples here. Okay. Let me get my eraser going here. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. There we go. So we'll do 2 more examples of these, okay? So how about we go with 4 minus 2 rad 7 times the quantity of 3 plus, let's go with 2 rad 5. Okay, that'll be example 3. And then example 4, we will do 8 plus 3 rad 2 times the quantity of 9 minus, let's see here. Well, let's go with rad, no, not rad 20, not rad 2, sorry about that, rad 50. Yeah, let's go with rad 50. Okay. So I'm going to do number 3, and then we're going to call it quits. 3 and 4, that is. So I'm going to rewrite it as 4 times the quantity of 3 plus 2 rad 5 minus 2 rad 7 times the quantity of 3 plus 2 rad 5. All right, so I'm going to distribute, and I'm going to get 12 plus 8 rad 5. And then the here is going to be a negative 6 rad 7. And then a minus 4 and a rad 5 times 7. Now I notice in here that that's not going to simplify. There's nobody to date. 5 and 7 are both prime, so I'm just going to go ahead and multiply them together and turn them into 35. Yeah, there's nothing to simplify there. All right, so I'm going to go looking for my like terms here. And you know what? I don't see a single like term. I'm done. There's not a single like term in this problem. I can't put them together. No, I got 12, which is the constant. I got a rad 5. I've got a rad 7 term, and I've got a rad 35 term. No like terms at all. That's not a mistake. That's just something that happens. All right, go on to number 4. I'm going to do 8 times the quantity of 9 minus rad 50. You know, rad 50 is bothering me. I'm thinking, should I think about that differently? Rad 50 is 25 times 2, which is 5 times 5. Oop, I got a date. I'm going to think about rad 50 as 5 rad 2. Always looking to simplify. You've heard I like to simplify my fractions. I like to simplify my rads also. Makes life easier. All right, times 9 minus 5 rad 2, right? Because I've already simplified the rad 50. Okay, so I'm going to do some distributing, and I'm going to get a 72, right there. And I'm going to get a minus 40 rad 2. And then here, I'm going to get a 27 rad 2. Well, I'm going to do it this way for those of you who like to do it vertically. 27 rad 2. And then here, I'm going to get 3 times 5. I'm going to get negative 15, but I'm going to get a rad 2 times 2. The 2's will leave the house. I'm going to get a minus 30. A minus 30. And so lining them all up will get me a 42 minus a 13 rad 2. And there you go. All right, that's it for the video. No video quiz today. Mr. Lawrence signing off. Have a good night, everybody.